19. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein was made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Now, we don't know all of the financial interests that the Catholic Church have got their fingers in. I'm sure they've got connections the world over. We know that at least 1 or 2 dioceses in America are now bankrupt throughout the because of the paedophile payouts, and even in the UK they are struggling to find money to pay for the Pope's autumn visit. But they've had hundreds and hundreds of years to build up their wealth. They own half of London, and if you go to any capital city and there's a cathedral there, look at the land around the cathedral. There'd be shops normally, and houses, and parks, and normally, not always, but normally, the Catholic Church own that as well. And I'll also say this, in the UK, the largest landowner is actually the Church of England, and their assets are worth about £5 billion, and they've had years to build up this sort of power base. 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. Now again, who killed the apostles and prophets? Was it Babylon in Iraq, or was it Rome in Italy? And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman, or whatsoever craft he be, shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that was slain upon the earth. That is why she falls down, ultimately, because her sorceries not only deceived her own people, but it deceived the nations of the world. So I'm just going to close this chapter and just give you one last historical point. Each of the Protestant church reformers, as I've already said, not only adopted the 12th century doctrine that the papacy was the Antichrist, but they all unanimously took Revelation 17 and 18 to be pointing to Babylon the Great whore, being the Roman Catholic Church. And we at this ministry, although we're not Calvinist, although we're not Protestant in the sense of ancient or historical Protestantism, and I want to do a video on that sometime soon, but nonetheless we do affirm with the reformers that the city and the great whore that rides the beast is the Roman Catholic Church.